Trevor really set the tone for us today, and it was big for him to go out there and navigate the first 5 or 6 innings for us. I think that was critical, and of course, we finally got some balls to fall for us and created a little bit of offense. Although I tell you what's remarkable, these guys really played good defense, because I thought the ball in the middle of the game, the double play ball, that ball was absolutely smoked, and then the ball CT hit. I can't believe their first baseman made that play. Those 2 plays right there probably might account for about 3 or 4 more runs. So that held it at 3-1 for a longer period of time. But they're a very good baseball team. I thought their starter did a great job, but we finally got some things to work for. We're still swinging and missing too much, but we got some folks to swing and miss tonight also. So we needed this. There's no question, because I think the kids were in the dugout looking at each other and saying, "Are we going to ever score?" And in baseball, those things can play mind games. So the monkey's off our back a little bit there, and I think hopefully our kids can relax and play baseball.
Without a Kendall Graveman, John, you're going to need that Saturday innings eater so you can maneuver your bullpen on Fridays and Sundays. Can Trevor be that guy?
Yeah, I think he can, because I think his breaking ball's better than it was a year ago. His changeup's better, so he can neutralize left-handed hitters better. They started 7 left-handed hitters today, 6 or 7, 7 left-handed hitters. So he did a nice job. That's a great test for us to see if we, if our right-handers can neutralize left-handed hitters. But I'm kind of excited about tomorrow. We're going to go in and talk about either Bracewell or Dakota. One of those 2 guys is going to pitch tomorrow, and we'll make that decision here shortly. But either way, both those guys will probably pitch tomorrow no matter what. And because it's a short outing for Holder, we'd have his availability, and we'd have Lindgren's availability tomorrow also. And really, Sexton's in the mix, John Mark Shelley's in the mix. So we have a lot of guys. That's why I really wanted to play 4 games this first weekend. Of course, it didn't work out that way, but you really have to get deep in your pitching. You kind of want that to be forced upon you this early in the year.
Talking about trying to score some runs, how big was it then for Jake to kind of come through? He was 0-4 with some strikeouts, and come through and finally get that offense started for you guys.
Yeah, he was so good in the fall and during our inter-squads in the spring. We just knew he was going to get it. There was a space of time in the inter-squads where I think he had 6 straight hits. And at one point went, it was like 10 for 16 or something like that. So we knew he was going to get hits. But when you put the uniform on and you play in front of people, it's just different. I think it's more different in baseball because, when that jump from high school, when virtually nobody watches you play, and even in junior college to this level, it's just different. And you start pressing, and you're trying to do it way too much, and he's hooking balls in the dugout, everything's early. And he just did a nice job of letting the ball travel and putting the barrel where he wanted it to be. I think when you get that first hit, you just feel like the monkey's off your back, and I think Jake can really relax now and have better at bat.
Is that fair to say, almost as a team as well?
No doubt.
Get the monkey off your bat with the win too.
No doubt. I think offensively our kids can relax a little bit more and start taking better swings.
Talk about the job that Cody Brown's done for you, getting on base the last 2 days.
Yeah, Cody's he has the potential to be an on-base machine. The thing about Cody, and of course, just talking about Vickerson, is you kind of hope one or both those guys can turn into a Frazier-type offensive player. When you lose 107 hits off your ball club, which leads the country, you start looking around, who's going to get those hits? Who's going to be the on-base machines for you? And those 2 guys have a chance to be those guys. But, neither one of them has played at this level. And you got to get them experience, but at the same time, you got to try and win these games also. So.
Seems like Cody's got that Alex Detz type mentality that no matter what the result is, he's going to see a lot of pitches.
Yes, he's going to see a lot of pitches, and that's critical in a game like today when their starting guy gets into close to 100 pitches early in the ball game. You force the other club into their bullpen, and that's really your key in college baseball. They're trying to win ball games, getting into the other team's bullpen as soon as possible.